or on a stage. My glory doesn't happen in front of a crowd. It doesn't happen in a stadium or on a stage. There are no medals handed out. It happens in the darkness of the early morning when nobody's watching. In those early mornings when it's dark, it's wet, it's cold, you feel tired, you feel sore, it's warm on the couch. What do you do then? Try. And I try. And I try again with everything I have to be the best that I can possibly be. Better than I was yesterday. Better than people thought I could be. Better than I thought I could be. And claim one victory that no one can ever take away from me, ever. A victory that is earned every single day. A victory of determination and will and discipline. A victory achieved because I will not stop. I'll never be in the Olympics. I'll never be a professional athlete. But still I grind. I feel that. Woo! Good morning, dreamers. Happy Friday. Rise and shine. Shane and Talina in the building. Cedric, Dream Team, it's so good to see everybody. TGIF, the Growth Includes Friday. I hope you've all had a great week so far. I'm sending you nothing but love, joy, blessings, and abundance on your side. Today is a great topic, honestly. Today we're going to be getting into the possibilities, right? The possibilities are absolutely endless. We can all agree. So with no further ado, I actually have got a nice little 4-step quadrant that I have everybody go ahead and draw out. So before we go ahead and get into the Friday, let me know, what is everybody grateful for coming into today? 1, 2, 3 things, and let's go ahead and get started. Let me get IG live, and we are getting into the day. Man, it's crazy. Christmas is already here. Isn't that wild? Monday, Christmas is here. Before we know it, New Year's, the ball is dropping, and we are into 2024. Wow. Time flies. Time flies. Here we go. The possibilities are endless. IG is live. Let's go. Awesome, awesome fam. So grateful to be alive. So thankful for God. So grateful for these skill sets. It's a beautiful day. A little bit chilly, but we finally get some sun coming out. Man, just took a trip over there. Got a little piece of the Wisconsin weather. Glad to be back in Florida. Love to see it. Grateful. You already know we have our Kangen water in the building. Shout out to the H2O. Make sure you're hydrated today. Just go out and eat some whole food, some exercise, get out in nature a little bit. So grateful for this information. Absolutely. Love it. Awesome. Great for these skill sets. Great for the business. You already know. So let's get into it today, family. Here we go. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about the possibilities, right? The possibilities are endless, and I'm going to keep this one super short and sweet, but it packs a punch. You ready? So my whiteboard, I actually ran out of my marker. My marker died. So I had to get on the paper for today, which is okay. Nothing wrong with that. But here we go. Here's the exercise for today. It's right here. If you guys want to go ahead and draw this out, this is what it looks like, okay? Here we go. We have potential, we have action, we have belief, and then we have results. Okay? So let's go ahead and go through this today. This is big. So you have that down. So here's the first question, right? Number 1, let's go ahead and start in the top left. If we're looking at our potential, do we have limited potential or do we have unlimited? Drop a 1 for limited, drop a 2 down below for unlimited. Okay? Watch how powerful this training is. This hit like a brick this morning. You ready? Limited or unlimited? Let me know. Okay, so we get that. So when it comes to the first piece of the quadrant, our potential for anybody, I don't care who you are, where you come from, we all, when we're born, are born with unlimited potential. Okay, so awesome. Here's the second piece, right? Realize that when it comes into these 4 quadrants, this is going to play a major role, okay? Good soil and fertilizer and water allows the seeds to go ahead and grow better. So we're all the seed. We're all the acorn. Now, all of these different things is going to be the fertilizer, is going to be the water, is going to be the photosynthesis from the sun.
as we get into this. Okay. So for many of us, here's the problem. We've planted seeds of failure. We've planted seeds of doubt. We've planted seeds of limited thinking. And I've done this many times in the past, but coming into 24, it calls for a new garden, right? It calls for planting some new tulips, some new roses, right? Some new daffodils, some new dandelions to go ahead and see an amazing, beautiful array of flowers for us to come by, smell, grab, and then and actually go ahead and share with others, right? So here's the deal. Why do a lot of us we go to a garden of the past, right? A lot of times when we go out to our garden, we go out and we look at things that have maybe not went well, things that we've failed at, things that we've tried and we didn't actually follow through with. And for a lot of us, we let these seeds of the past end up becoming our fruit of the future. And most of the time, that fruit is not very fruitful. So the visual that we got this morning was this. Instead of having the past be able to go ahead and build the future, what if we did it the other way? What if we were able to go ahead and allow the future to build the future? You see how different that is? Think about it from this angle. How much potential do we have in the past? It's done. We can't do anything about it, right? It's stuck, it's glued, it's in stone. But we have unlimited potential where? In the future, tomorrow, for what's to come, 2024. Okay? So this is big. So number one, the first piece is going to be potential. We all have unlimited potential. Here's the top right. The top right is action. Okay? Action. So if we have unlimited possibilities, but here's the piece, here's the kicker right here. You ready? Unlimited potential, but we have limited actions. We have limited actions. And when you study those who are really, really performing at a high level, odds are their actions are absolutely congruent with what it is that their belief is. We can't have $1 million dreams, but we take an action like we're afraid every day. But we take an action like we don't believe in ourselves. I don't care how good anybody is. We can have the best products, the best skills, the best talents. But if we don't put ourselves out there, if we don't actually apply these skills, one, we'll never know what we could go out and achieve. Two, we'll never know the impact that we could go ahead and left with others. So when I go back and I look at my journey, I can see that action was a huge piece of what allowed me, of what allowed many others, is what it's allowing all of you that I'm seeing right now, these past couple weeks, these past couple months, over the year, grow in different areas of our life because we're taking action. Now, if we're being honest, I can agree. Drop some threes down below if you believe we can be taking more action. I'm right there with you. I could 1,000% without a doubt be taking more action for sure. I'm talking about social media. I'm talking about reaching out. I'm talking about doing events. I'm talking building the brand, right? All of these different things can be doing a lot more action, right? This is why we're going on the 75 hard, right? You ready? Who's ready for the 75 hard challenge? This is going to be 75 days strictly locked in, 5 non-negotiables every single day. And I know without a doubt, this 75 days, this is going to unveil some parts of our character, right? There's going to be that little voice that says, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I can keep going. But this is where we really get tapped in. This is where the magic happens, right? They talk about when an individual's out in war and they're going through boot camp. It's called Hell Week. And Hell Week, they do probably the worst things you could ever imagine. I'm talking about crawling through the mud, under barbed wire, running miles, swimming throughout the sea, standing outside in the cold overnight. It's brutal. But the character that's developed through that action is priceless. 1,000%. This is why I think about it all the time. The journey, this is what's to love. This is the great part. This is the exciting part. Yes, it's cool to get on stage, to grab the trophy, to go ahead and get the accolades, get the award. But the only reason why that moment matters so much is because of the work, because the action that we put in. Think about it right now. I could give all of us this shiny gold trophy, has our name on it. But let me ask you this. Does that really feel fulfilling? Do you feel like you actually did enough action to go ahead and really deserve this piece that we're going to actually sit up on a wall? Is it even exciting to look at if we didn't put any action? To me, it just becomes something sitting there. It's just a piece of metal. So this is why action is so crucial. Putting Hawaii on the map, absolutely, the vibes have already begun. Just got to sail out in Hawaii first time. And this is the power of getting tapped in, taking action. I've been getting on the Go Lives, applying what we're learning. And I promise all of us, if we tap into, I don't care if it's trading, crypto, e-commerce, there's no doubt in my mind, our potential is unlimited in all of these. It comes down to these last 3 quadrants. Okay, so quadrant number 1 is going to be potential. Quadrant number 2 is action. Who actually wrote down what number 3 is? Who can take a guess what the 3rd quadrant is, right? For really unleashing these unlimited possibilities. Let me know. Who's been taking notes? Number 3, you ready? Number 3 is going to be, I'll whip it out for you. Take a picture. This is good. Belief, okay? The 3rd part of the quadrant comes down to belief. Fran in the building, Danny K, what's going on? So what's interesting about belief, I want to give you guys a visual that I've never forgot for the past couple of years. Here it is. Who knows at what degree that water boils? Who can tell me? Who knows? What degree does it take for this to actually boil? I had to go and look this up because I didn't know before I got this training years ago. It boils at 212. Look at Cedric. He's on it. I see you. Water boils at 212 degrees. Okay? 212 degrees. Watch this. It is impossible for it to boil. Let me ask you this. Can we boil it at 210? Can we boil it at 211? Can we boil it at 211 and a half? Can we boil it at 211.8 degrees? No. It's close. We're right there. It's right at the edge. But it's not going to boil. It has to be at 212 degrees minimum. I got goosebumps thinking about it because this is where it really hits right here. For a lot of us, we've been moving at 211 degrees, 200, maybe 11.5 degrees for our entire life. We've been close. We've maybe touched 212, got a flow state for a little bit, but then we let life bring us right out of the boil back to our old story, back to our dim temperature. Can you relate? Right? Drop some 5s down below if you guys relate, whether it's been family, friends, online, social media. If we've been boiling a couple of times, but it seems like life just seemed to slap us back down. Just seemed to put our fire out a little bit. I've been there. I know what that feels like. Well, in 2024, here's the deal. We're not only going to hit 212 degrees, but we are going to fly into 212 degrees and hold that temperature. We are going to stay hot all year long, right? Kind of like those that live in Florida. It's hot all year. This is the same way we're going to be. We're going to be toasty all year long by tapping into flow state, by tapping into these rituals, by getting into the system. And I can tell you guys right now, for a lot of us, it's just gestation, right? The law of gestation. Great things take time, right? It takes time. We're good. Running at 224 degrees, baby. Absolutely. It's about that time. 2024. That's the degrees we are rocking at coming into the new year. So give me 3 more minutes. I'm almost done. You ready? So in order to go ahead and get into the quadrant number 3, this is belief. So we're only going to get as far as our level of belief. So for 2024, this is why it takes us being very intentional. If I ask you right now, what is the number? How much income are you looking to make by the end of the year? Let me know, because we're going to go through all the different pillars. How much income do we want to make? What do we want to be able to do with our families? What kind of connection do we want with our creator? What's the value that we want to go ahead and give to society? You know what's actually really cool? Check this out. Talking about congratulations letter, talking about belief, how important it is to write it down and make it plain so those that pick it up can run with it, right? Because it happens spiritually before it ever happens physically. So check this out. This is actually really cool. I wrote this, right? My congratulations letter. I have from 2020. This is from 2021 right here. You can see in the top corner. 2021, I wrote it for 2022. And then if we go on the other side, I have the congratulations letter for this year. Check this out. Right on the exact opposite side of the book. You can see it. 1/1/23, 1:11 in the morning. Congratulations letter. I wrote this literally the first day of the year last year to go ahead and envision the future, to write it out, to feel it before it even happens. And a couple of things that I wrote down was in the family sector. I want to be able to go ahead and help one of my family members. I want to help my mom be able to get some teeth. I want to be able to take her on some exotic trips. She loves the beach. She loves the ocean. She's never been to some extravagant places. I want her to be able to experience life. I want to be able to step her toes on the sand and feel the breeze and hear the birds in the ocean. This is part of my family pillar. This is part of the vision. So the reason why we're going at it every day, it's not just for us. It's so much bigger than that. And what's so cool, today, December 22nd, is a very special day, right? Not only is it 22, it's my favorite number, but 1 year ago was actually the day that my mom has been sober. It's been 1 year. I've waited my whole life. My mom's been an alcoholic my entire life. And today is the day that she is 1 year sober, because back then, let me take you guys back in time real quick, right? Some of the things that really boosted my belief. We're talking about belief right now. Yeah. She was an alcoholic my entire life, and I brought her over from Texas. Hadn't seen her literally since I was a child, since I was pretty much an infant. And I needed to help her out. I was paying all her bills. I knew she was staying in a motel. I knew she was living in a very disgusting environment. I needed to change that. So I brought her over here to Florida about 1.5 years ago. And I said, I don't know what needs to be done, but I'm going to make it happen. I had to pay literally tens of thousands of dollars to move her from Texas over here to Florida. She was on probation for 8 years. And this was the last year that she had to be on before she was finished. And I was going to have her finish and give her a completely different life and chapter over here for unlimited potential. Yeah. So what ended up happening was 1 year ago today, she was actually drinking at 6 o'clock, and I could always tell when she's drunk. I could hear the stumbling. I could hear it in her voice. And I saw that she had bottles on the counter. She had already drinking like 3/4 of it. And I went over there and I dumped out the bottle. We had this huge scene, and I ended up leaving. Well, it turns out she ended up going and buying another bottle. And I got a call at midnight. And it's crazy because for a long time, every time I would see that number, I would get scared. I would get butterflies. I'd get nervous because I would always be afraid of a call just like this. So it turns out she calls me at midnight, right? Calls me at midnight like 5 times. I'm sleeping. She blows up my phone. I finally answer on the 6th call, and she's screaming. She's going crazy. I'm like, what's wrong? What's going on? She's like, Dylan, I fell. Come over. I need you. She actually was drunk. She fell getting into her door, and she cracked her tibia on her shin. She broke her kneecap. And I had to literally pick her up. I had to carry her to the emergency. This is 1 year ago today. No, most people don't even know this story because I literally went on a call as I was at the hospital while I was still going, right? Still going through all this. People had no idea. I literally carried her into the emergency room, carried her inside, and she had to go get surgery literally a couple days later. And I remember sitting inside of the emergency room just asking God, like, how crazy is this? Why is this happening? I can't handle all of this at one time. My grandfather was doing terrible once again back then too, so it was just a lot. But I kept telling myself, I've got to have belief. I know there's got to be a reason. I know there's something I can learn from this. I know there's a silver lining somewhere. And I was journaling about it. I can go back. I can literally journal on the day. You know what's crazy? Let me see if I have it. Watch this. I don't know if I have it in this book. Let me see. Let me check this real quick. Oh, you're lucky. It's in my other book. I was going to say, I literally journaled about that day almost 1 year ago. It's crazy. But so needless to say, I was praying about it. I was hoping something would happen. And that was a situation that allowed her to really think different. That shifted her whole paradigm. So you know what? Things need to change. I can't keep living like this. And I kept also thinking about it. Everybody needs something to look forward to. Everybody needs a light. The reason why I love doing what I do is because I can relate with so many people. If you feel depressed, if you feel down and out, if you feel anxious, if you feel like you want to commit, something, I have family members that have literally lived through that. My sister used to cut her wrists, right? Because she was so self-conscious about what other people thought about. I know what I lived through all of these things. This is why I'm so empathetic with people. This is why I feel like Tony Robbins. I was born to give back. I was born to bring out the light in others because I know what it's like to be in a dark place. I grew up around it my entire life. And it's crazy because I started really just digging deep and researching. My mom's left-handed, right? So people that are left-handed, they use one side of the brain more than the other, and that side of the brain is more creative. So I was thinking about it. What can I do to get her creative side flowing? And I went out one day and I got her a paintbrush and I got her a canvas, and I just let her let loose on it. And the first canvas, the first thing that she ever drew was incredible. It was absolutely amazing. Let me actually show you guys right here. IG, if you guys want to hop on YouTube, go ahead and take a look. Define Dreams, but I got to show the squad this. This is powerful right here. Let me show you guys her drawings, okay? I never knew how gifted she really was until I could help her to get to believe in herself. You see, we can believe for people. I can believe in you. Your mentor can believe in you. You can believe in others, but until we actually truly believe it in ourselves, that we are ready for change and make a decision for ourselves, nobody else that can make that decision. I could say all I wanted. I could give her all the gifts to get her to stop drinking. She could never do it until she finally made the decision for herself. And when she did, look at the greatness that was unleashed. Let me show you all this. This is some of the paintings that I never knew she had inside. Who would have known? I gave her a paintbrush thinking she's going to draw like this stick figure, something small. Let me show you how cool this is. This is unbelievable. This is one. She lived in Colorado for a little bit. So she loves waterfalls. She loves the mountains. Let's keep going. She's in Florida now, so she loves the beach. Taking her to the beach for Christmas. A feather. How incredible. Who knew she had this greatness inside? Sunset. If I had just seen this, I would think this is somebody who's been painting for years. Absolutely incredible. So another testimony, even another confirmation to me that just goes to show what's powerful, believing in ourselves, what's possible, taking action. She went from doing nothing, sitting inside every day, to now finding something she's passionate about. And every time I go over there now, she's got a new painting. She's cooking it up. You know what I'm going to do now? I have a farmer's market that's over here. I'm going to go pay $300 to go get her. I'm going to get her a placement inside to go ahead and host a spot. I'm going to go buy a tent, Shane. I'm going to go buy her booth, and I'm going to get her plugged in to go ahead and sell her canvases at the farmer's market. It's going to change her freaking life. It's going to change her life. I already know it. I can already feel it. I can already see it. But this is going through the quadrants right here. Unlimited potential, absolutely. We all have it. Action, if we're willing to take the action, if we're willing to have the belief, guess what happens fourth? Guess what's next? Results. Those paintings are going to sell. People are going to love them. People are going to love our story. People are going to love what it is that we have to offer. We're going to be seeing results in all different areas of our life. I'm talking about building our body, building our bank accounts, building our connection with our creator, loving more, living and truly being in service. This is powerful today. So family, this is the four quadrants right here. The universe is wanting to give us everything that we've been waiting for. I can promise you that. I've seen it. I've experienced it. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to live in lack, and I know what it's like to actually see the other bright side. And all of us have the right to go ahead and access that side. But it comes down to right here, these 6 inches. Do we believe that we deserve it? Drop a 5 down below if you believe that we deserve that access to greatness. We deserve that access to happiness, joy, abundance, unlimited potential. Because we do. Feel that feeling. Feel that color vibrating throughout your body, your healing color, whatever that is, and know that it's possible right here, right now. So let's start speaking the future. Let's start speaking. Let's start feeling it every single day. Let's build a future to go ahead and step into the future. Instead of using the past to build the future, let's use the future to build our future. So dreamers, with that being said, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'm excited. Let's go ahead and celebrate what's here and what's to come, because the secret is the feeling. I love you guys. This is it. This is the magic 4-piece quadrant that can go out and shift any single one of our lives. I appreciate you. Let's have a phenomenal day. This is going to be a great one. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. Let's go out and make it happen. Dream team, let's get to work. Happy holidays. If I don't get a chance to talk to you guys, Merry Christmas. Get ready, because this is a time to get closer with our families. Enjoy that time, right? If you guys need a call, I'm here for you. Let's be present and know that we are coming into the greatest year of our lives. I truly believe that. I'm ready for it. I affirm it. Amen. I love you, family. Let's go out and make it happen. It's game time. Let's get to work.